Okay, let's dive right into this explainer of Volume 34 of the Zongjing Lo. This is just an absolutely profound text, compiled by the Chan master Yang Minyan Shou, and it masterfully decodes the very nature of our consciousness. Whether you're already deeply familiar with Eastern philosophy, or you're just curious about how your own mind works, this text offers an incredible roadmap to understanding reality itself. It literally peels back the layers of our everyday perception to show us what's underneath. Ready? Let's get into it. Now, here's kind of a fascinating paradox for you. If you know even a little bit about Buddhism, you probably know that a core concept is no self, this idea that we don't have a permanent, unchanging ego. Yet, right here in Volume 34, the text boldly talks about a true self. So, why is that? Well, it reveals that the ultimate state of awakened beings, the Buddhas, actually includes four virtues: true eternity, bliss, purity, and yes, a true self. It completely challenges our conventional understanding and really pushes us to look deeper into what self actually means when you strip away all our worldly baggage. We've got a lot of fascinating ground to cover today. We're going to look at the four virtues, the parable of the sword, how mind is the source, the ocean and the waves, harmonizing the teachings, and finally, wrap it up with the gateway of awareness. Let's jump right in. Section 1, the parable of the sword. To help us wrap our heads around why the Buddha famously taught no self as a primary doctrine when an ultimate, true self actually exists, the text uses this brilliantly vivid metaphor. Picture this. Imagine a magnificent, completely pure sword belonging to a prince. A poor man catches a fleeting glimpse of it right before the prince flees to another country. Later on, talking in his sleep, the poor man starts babbling about this sword. When he's brought before the king and asked what it looked like, the man, hallucinating its form, says it looked like a ram's horn. The king just laughs. Years go by, the prince returns, and the king asks his own ministers if they've seen the sword. They all guess wildly. One says it looks like a blue lotus, another says it's red like fire, and another claims it looks like a black snake. The king laughs again, realizing absolutely none of them have seen the true sword. And it's exactly like that with ordinary people. We make up these false worldly ideas of what the self is. So what's the actual point here? That magnificent sword represents the true self, the Buddha nature. The ram's horn, the lotus, the snake, those represent our human illusions, our ego, our petty attachments. When the Buddha taught no self, it was exactly like the king telling his ministers, "I have no such sword in my treasury." He wasn't denying the existence of the true sword. He was denying their ridiculous, hallucinated versions of it. No self is really just a medicine used to cure our rigid, false ideas, clearing the way so the true mind can finally be realized. Moving on to Section 2, mind is the source. This brings us right to the foundational claim of the whole text. Mind is the source of all things. Every single experience we have, everything we perceive, originates from one central source. Okay, this brilliantly shows the difference between our distorted worldly view and ultimate reality. We've got two core concepts here. On one side, we have what's called the Alaya Vijnana, this storehouse consciousness filled with our habits, karma, and illusions. And on the other side, we have the Tathagata, which is the true mind or Buddha nature. And the author uses a perfect analogy here. Think of a gold ring. The Alaya Vijnana is like the shape of the ring. It's hollow, it's just a form, it's temporary. But the Tathagata, that's the pure gold itself. We suffer because we obsess over the empty shape of the ring and completely forget that we're actually holding pure, priceless gold. There's this quote in the text that says, "This mind is the dwelling of both ordinary beings and sages, the source of faculties and realms." It's honestly mind-blowing when you think about it. Both our deepest sufferings, our everyday anxieties, and the ultimate enlightenment of a sage stem from the exact same place. Your mind right now is the very same material that creates enlightenment. It's just currently tangled up in the shape of the ring, rather than resting in the pure gold. Section 3, Ocean and the Waves. So you might be sitting there wondering, okay, if there's only this one mind, this single source of pure gold, how on earth does it create the massive, diverse world we see all around us? The billions of people, the animals, the stars. Well, the text uses these incredible natural analogies to show that unity and diversity aren't actually opposites. Think of the ocean. 1,000 distinct waves might surge on the surface, some massive, some tiny, crashing in completely different directions, but all 1,000 waves are just the exact same ocean water. Or think of a sandalwood tree. It grows in so many different directions, but every single branch it produces is still sandalwood. It doesn't suddenly sprout ordinary wood. Whether you're looking at a single wave or the vast ocean, you are looking at the exact same water. The one mind produces all phenomena without ever losing its true, pure nature. Section 4. Harmonizing the teachings. Now, if there is really only one mind, why are there so many seemingly contradictory Buddhist sects, schools, and teachings out there? Why do some say meditate and clear your thoughts, while others say study the sutras? To solve this, the text breaks down Guifeng Zongni's masterful framework, showing how different teachings are just different stages for different types of people. Look at the 3 Zen sects. The first one basically teaches you to rest false thoughts and cultivate a calm mind. It's like wiping dust off a mirror. The second goes way deeper, telling you to annihilate all concepts entirely, teaching that everything is empty, like a dream. But the third and highest sect cuts right to the chase. It directly reveals the mind's true nature. It says this very awareness you have right now is the ultimate truth. And now look at the 3 scriptural sects. Notice how they perfectly mirror the Zen ones? The first talks about forms and karma to help beginners. The second destroys all those forms to teach absolute emptiness. And the third openly reveals the true mind as ultimate reality. The Zen schools and the scriptural schools aren't enemies at all. They're just different fingers pointing at the exact same moon. The text beautifully harmonizes these teachings, showing that whether you get there through deep meditation or rigorous study, the destination is identical. Which leads us to Section 5, the Gateway of Awareness. So what is this ultimate destination? What is this moon that all these complex teachings and parables are pointing toward? Before we wrap up, we've got to clearly define this one mind. It's not some magical realm far, far away that you have to travel to. It is the true nature of reality. It's empty, meaning it has no fixed physical form, yet it is completely luminous and aware. It's fundamentally pure, and it produces all the phenomena you experience. And the absolute craziest part? It is naturally present right inside you, right now. This brings us to what is arguably the most powerful takeaway from this entire explainer. Awareness is the gateway to all mysteries. Just that one single word, that one faculty, awareness or knowing, it is the absolute key to the whole puzzle. But we really need to nail down what they mean by awareness here. True awareness isn't your intellect. It's not you figuring out a math problem or distinguishing a cat from a dog. Nor is it some untouchable, holy wisdom reserved only for ancient sages. It is simply your natural, empty, luminous ability to know. When you hear a sound, you know it. When you feel a breeze, you know it. This knowing doesn't rely on outside conditions. It's just the screen your life's movie is playing on. You don't need to overthink it or go seeking some mystical, out-of-body experience. This pure awareness is just your natural ability to perceive right now in this very second. I want to leave you with this final thought to chew on today. If this true mind, this pure gold, this vast ocean is perfectly aware within you right at this very moment, what daily illusions are you still mistaking for absolute reality? What ram's horns are you still insisting are the prince's sword? Step back today, really observe your own natural awareness, and start questioning the fleeting waves you've been mistaking for the depth of your own ocean.